And we are live to the world. Murad is gone. Murad is back. How big is your green screen? You look like, little and getting bigger. You must have a big studio. All right, welcome, guys. Today we are debating should we have children, yes or no? Interesting topic. Remember the rules, guys. If you have something to say, please raise your hand using the Zoom button. And try to stay on point instead of creating a new argument. Try to listen to what was said previously and respond to that so we can build on the discussion. But yeah, let's get to it. So, should we have children? Yes or no? What do you think? Someone. Mete, what do you think? Should we have children?
Yes, 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 and I think we should have kids and child or children. Yes, and if we can more than one or two, yes, maybe we should have three children, in my opinion. But in my opinion, some some social realities in the world has been changed after period of individualization, and two important events happened, in my opinion. One of the both is the illusion of teenage and some young people. According to most of the young people, the marriage and having a baby is not so good thing. For instance, good thing, because in my opinion, I can understand their ideas, because they don't prefer to look after their parents now, and they think that this is not good investment for our old age, because baby, kids, and children are for guarantee of future investment according to their ideas. And because we don't prefer to look after our parents, our children don't also prefer to look after us. For this reason, we don't need to them, firstly. Secondly, in my opinion, there is an illusion. This is an illusion, in my opinion, firstly. And secondly, in my opinion, it's elongated, or it has been elongated of teenage period after individualization, in my opinion. For instance, 20 years ago, 20 years ago, after 18 years old or 20 years old, anyone could be adult in this world. But after individualization period now, after 30 years old, everyone can be adult. And this is, in my opinion, a deeply change in the world. For this reason, the young people cannot understand that this is human nature, having children or child, and without family and without children, anyone cannot be happy, cannot feel himself or herself be safety. This is my opinion, because you can cry, you can share your privacy, and you can talk with your children, your family, your husband, or your wife. This
Okay,
is my idea. Yes.
cool. Thank you so much, Mete. So you raised
Thank
two
you too.
points. Well, actually, three. First of all, you are for having children, but you go on to talk about young people today and the reasons why they may not feel the same way. One being that they don't want the responsibility, they don't want to look after children, or they also don't want to look after their parents. I'm not sure, but something like that.
Yes,
They
yes,
don't want the
yes. I
responsibility
say
of having
this.
children.
Boris, you are right. I say
Okay.
this because of that they don't prefer to look after at the same time their parents. They think that our children won't look after us when we are old,
Ah, okay.
because
So
children
it's
are
responsibility still. They just don't want the
yes,
extra responsibility.
but this
And
term is important. Investment.
ah,
Yes.
okay. So they don't see it as a good investment. Is that what you mean?
Yes, children,
Ah, okay.
according to American ideas, popular
American
American
ideas.
culture,
Let's talk
pragmatism.
about
Yes.
let's talk about your ideas.
Yes.
Okay, so children see it as too much responsibility, not a good investment, and also children are young for longer. They are immature. They are not adult yet until much later than in the past. You say 20 years ago, 18 or 20-year-olds were or could be adults. Nowadays, 30 years old. So they don't understand that without children, their life will not be complete yet because they haven't reached that level of maturity. All right, two very interesting points. Yes, Joseph.
Yeah, thank you, Boris. For the first part, I think that, yeah, we as younger people, yeah, we see childs as an opportunity. Yeah, but the problem is that right now there are so many challenges about the future that we don't know. We are not sure about the future. Maybe there are wars. Maybe there are the economy problems. There are resources stagnations. There are so many issues that we don't know about the future. So maybe have children as an investment is a really challenging investment. For instance, I think that it's more risky that have an invest right now that in Twitter. I think because you don't know about what are going to be what are going to do Musk. Do you don't even know what are going to be the future of the economy? So that for the first part is that. The second part that Meet talk about is that we extend our teenage part of our life. I think that it is an important thing because we right now we have an extended life. We our span is greater than before. We live until 100 years. So maybe grow up in the late time. I think it is a good thing because we can evolve our thoughts. We are most mature about the things. So when we have childs, when we are older, we can have better thoughts how to grow out the child, maybe how to guide them. So yeah, that is.
Thank you very much. Okay, so you kind of replied to Mitte's 2 points. First of all, about the investment, saying that, well, you kind of agree with him in the fact that maybe young people don't have children or don't want to have children so early on. But the reasons you give is, yes, it's a bad investment, but it's a bad investment not because of the responsibility of looking after the child, but more because of the uncertainty of the state of the world right now. We have no idea where the world is going. There could be wars. There's definitely a feeling of uncertainty that maybe there wasn't 20 years ago. 20 years ago, it kind of felt like you could predict the next 5 to 10, 20 years. Nowadays, you have no idea what's going to happen next year. So that's the first point, and the second point you make is maybe we do grow up later, maybe reach this level of maturity, this preparedness to have children later, but maybe it's because we live longer than before. Maybe it's actually a better thing to have children later when you're better able to be a good parent. You have more experience, you have more knowledge about things. Maybe you can be a better parent at 30 than you could be at 20 or 22 maybe. Very good replies. Thank you very much, Joseph. Cool. All right. I think we've covered these two arguments. Having children, should we have them? Yes or no? What do you think, Hector?
Well, I think
sorry, Hector. I
they
just want to say, I think they covered the 2 points really well. If you want to continue on their points, we can. If you want to bring up a new point, that's okay as well.
Jojo, I, 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 against Joseph said, I think that because I think always we have, well, not always, but most of the cases we have economic problems, but it doesn't matter. It's good to have children because they bring to life, they bring to you happiness, challenges. You will be better. I mean, in my case, I try to be better every day because I want to give them I don't know, my experience, to be better, to try to raise them better, to be better. So for me, it will help you to be better and to, I don't know, I don't know.
That's okay, but
Sorry.
you say you disagree with Joseph. How do you disagree? That having children later is better? Is that what you mean?
Because you can have children in a younger age, and it doesn't mean that you don't have to how to raise a child. Not necessary, because there are people who are very mature in a young age, and they can do good. No, it's not necessary to be 30 years old or more, or be more, to raise a child.
Okay. So, in your opinion, we should have children just because it brings joy and happiness and maybe meaning to life, a deeper meaning. It gives you motivation to be a better person because you want to give them the best of yourself. Maybe I think that's the point you're making. So for you, having children even younger is a good thing. We should definitely be having children just for all these reasons. Yes, is that right, Hector?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes,
thank
of
you.
course.
Thank you very much. Cool. Anyone wants to pick up the baton? All right. Well, I will keep choosing then. Yes, Shirajul, you are muted. Make sure you unmute yourself first.
Just I want to add one thing.
Hmm.
So I think we should have children because I can realize from myself. So I got married about 13 years before. So still we don't have children, but we are expecting children very soon. But you know, if we don't have children, sometimes we our life is not complete because we have to give many clarification to our friend, to our relatives. So many times they are asking, how about your children? So how about your life? So no, sometimes we have to give many, we have to say many things to them. So that's why I think it's also bring our social status. No, our social status also we can express to our colleagues, to our friends. Our life is complete. So that's why I think we should have children. Without children, our life is not complete.
Okay.
My thing.
Thank you very much, Shirajul. So you take it more from a your place in society standpoint. Without having children, you're not a complete maybe member of society in a way. When people question you, you have to give excuses as to why you don't have
Right.
children
Right,
when you
right.
should have children in as a matter of fact in your culture. Very, very cool. Thank you so much, Shirajul. Yes, Daria.
Yeah, so thank you. I just heard the word that I waited for, and it's the word that we can't be full without children. In a nutshell, I think that we should have a children if we want to. But I think that society, instead of forced parents, but not parents, but people to be a parents, to become a parents, must to put their efforts towards creating a society where you want to have a children and where you can understand that it's an option, not a necessity. So in this case, you can choose that convenient for you. I want to quickly cover other points. I don't think that children can be investment. I don't think that children is a goal. It's a kind of relationship that you must to be able to handle, and you need to understand that it's for the all your life. You need to be prepared for this, and the goal of society to raise this awareness from in their in their people what it means to be a parents. So in this meaning, I think we should, but by under some circumstances.
Okay, thank you very much. So you take it from a different standpoint. Instead of having children because it will make you complete and as part of your role in society, for you it's a choice. It should just be a choice. Society should invest its energy not in pressuring you to have children because that's the right thing to do, but in creating a society where people want to have children.
Right.
Why would people want to have children, Daria? What would that society look like? What's missing in society today that you think we could improve in society?
So firstly, I can say that you need to understand what it's to be a parent. You need to have an example, a healthy relationship between people. You need to feel yourself safety enough to create a new people for this world. You need to feel yourself safety enough to ask a help in the future. You need to be you need to feel yourself not under the pressure, and you need to understand that it's your choose. You want it. So in this case, I think if we put this effort, it's not about financial problem. It's not about some I don't know. It's not a materialized. It's about mental health. You need to feel yourself free enough to make this choose. So something like this.
Okay, so it's about safety. You would say that's kind of what's missing in society today. The safety to feel like having children is okay. It doesn't come with so much risk. So
and also that not having children, it's okay too. It's not like force, it's not convenient words, but it helps you to understand your wish, your desire, or what you want to do for this world. Maybe it's not the children.
Okay. So freedom of choice and no pressure from society. People should want to have children by themselves without feeling forced because it's something they have to do. Thank you very much, Daria. I'm glad we have you here. I feel like it's too much of a male-centric discussion otherwise about a topic that I think should include everyone. Okay, cool. Yes. Who wants to go next? Victor, yes, I can see you there.
Thank you, because I cannot find this button.
That's okay.
Zoom.
I saw you.
I don't know why, and I show you my hand. Actually, I want to say that I agree with Daria and children. I have a children, and I'm 4, of course. But I want to say that it's not your investment. It's true. When you prepare to have a children, when you decide to have a children, you have to be prepared that they nothing to blame you. You do it only for yourself, and their life, their future life, it would be their how they want to live. It would be their choice. It would be not your choice, and you know nothing when you decide to have a children. But as for me, my main reason why I want to have a children and why I have a children, it is your if you want to continue your existence on this earth, you have only one choice for this. It's only having children, and it depends of you what copy of you it will be. If you want to have a better copy of you, you have work hard in this way. You have to give your children good experience, good education, etc. But of course, you have to be prepared that they be the worst version of you, and you have to be prepared for this and to be prepared for the disappointment in this way. But it's your choice, and you have to be ready for this, for all different way your children way.
So let me ask you then. You say you're 4, but you give kind of very mixed reasons. Why are you 4 then? I mean, why are you so clearly for having children when you say you have to be prepared for disappointment, maybe.
Yeah, yeah. I think if I say honestly, this is because I have children and I have this experience and I have all profit, all benefits which parents to have when they have children. But I really can understand people who say that they don't want to have children, they want to be child free, they want to think only about themselves and don't think about some else people, and they happy with it, and it's okay for me too.
So
I
that's
don't know
you
if
raise
I
you raise an interesting point. I think maybe not your main point, but I think something you just said is interesting, and we haven't really explored it much yet about the selfishness of not having children.
of course, yes. Yeah. When you don't
Okay.
have a children, you can think only about you, and only about your happiness, only about your time, spend your time how you would like, and only for you, not about some else, guys.
Okay, so
People.
not having children is the selfish choice, but maybe not the wrong choice, is what you're saying.
Yes.
Very
Yes.
interesting. Daria, we'll come back to you. Let me just reach out to Murad, I think is the only one left. Yeah, Murad, what do you think?
Oh, so many issue. I have comment in any membership, but I don't know. We should say something common. I don't know, guys. We always. I'm not sure for freedom of choice. It's good comparison. It's about have children or not. We must have children because this thing it's show our destination. Because in my opinion, my point of view, nothing us given doesn't give any pleasure like raising child. Because raising child it's most of important thing. For example, my girlfriend always get enjoy when she raise a child. And I don't know. It's I can't imagine for something can change child this world.
Okay.
Something. It is the money, even in I don't know something other pleasure, drug or sex or something. It's nothing can give you the same pleasure like raising child. And about investigation, it is too bad comparison because investigation is related with money.
Oh, you mean investment, right?
But is investment, yes, but it's related with money, economic. But we talk about humans. It's our destination, and everyone for us coming this life, and everyone sooner or later lives this life. And what's happened at the end? What thing you will live after you? It is too so important.
So okay.
And
sorry, yes.
And
one more.
Yeah. No, you have a question for us.
No, I was just trying to summarize what you were trying to say. I think so.
It's in my opinion, have a children. It's biggest. How to say it in English?
I think what you're trying to say is that having children enhances the human experience. It just
yes,
makes...
it's a big achievement and a big success. I don't know, something heavy if you have children.
No, I can kind of see what you mean. I have 2 children myself, and while it's not all fun and sometimes you stay up late and you stress a lot more than you ever did before, on the other, it kind of pushes the extremes a little further. I feel maybe the extreme joy is higher and the extreme stress is higher, and
May I ask you, Boris?
You may.
One question, a good question.
Sure. Oh, okay.
To everyone, but first of all, towards you. Tell me, please, you more take care about your kids or your parents?
Do I care more or do I take care more?
Take care. Your kids or your parents?
I'm from Western Europe, man. I don't take care of my parents at all.
No, it's not answer. It's not
They
answer.
take care of themselves, and I think they'd be offended if I went to take care of them.
But I am sure for
It's,
kids, but not parents. It's mean for your destination. You generate your race or your life, your identity. It's
You
absolutely
mean, I think,
normal.
so you mean like care, like where I pay the most attention? Yeah?
Yes, yes,
Okay.
yes. Take
I
care.
mean, family is family. I care very much for my parents and I care very much for my children, but I spend most of my time with my children because they have a lot of growing up to do, and as a parent, it's my responsibility to make sure they grow up to be the best they can be. My parents are already grown up, so I care for them, I hold them in my heart, but they don't need me to, feed them every day.
It's mean for kids, most of important thing, our life.
What's one thing?
That's all.
Definitely the biggest thing, yeah. I think because they take so much of your time. But I'm trying not to take part in the debate. So let me take a step back. This is your debate, guys. So it's so tempting for me so many times to give my 2 cents, but I always feel like this has to be your discussion. We can discuss later in the speaking club about my viewpoints if you like. I talk too much, so I have to be careful. Yes, Joseph, let's go with you.
Okay, there are so many things to talk about because we are talking about happiness, challenging, meaning, motivation, want to have a society, not the pressure. There are so many things, but I'm agreed with some of the points, but I am against some others. Maybe for me, the selfishness of not having children is also a selfishness to have the children. Because if you have to have the children, it's because you think about yourself. How do you going to feel about have the children? How are you going to feel when they grow up? When you care about them? So for me, both person has selfishness relationship with the child. If you don't have or have one. The other thing is that there are some pleasure of raising the child, and other people say about the nature of have child. So for me, both of the things are nature. I remember reading about some research that talk about that there are some people that don't have their own child, but maybe help others to grow their child when we are more like a cavern. I don't know how to say that. When we live as a hunter in our past life. So I don't know. Those are my points.
Thank you very much, Joseph. And once again, this is not enough time as always. We'll do more time next time. We'll go longer next time. It's all we have time for today, though. It's always fun because we go around once and then everyone has a fresh take and other ideas. We definitely should take more time. We'll do that in the future, but for now it's all we have time for. So let me say goodbye to everyone watching on YouTube. Bye guys, see you next week. Next week's debate is very exciting. It's about arranged marriages, so that should be fun.